To launch a new system today. It's designed for bus drivers to report misbehavior.
This follows the driver sick-outs from earlier this month, which caused dozens of routes to be canceled. Jim Stratman joins us now live from the J-Town bus compound. Jim, the goal here, the school district is aiming to solve some of these problems with the new process.
That's right, Grace, and I think the big one that they're trying to solve with this specific change is going to be discipline issues on buses, and that's something that we've heard from bus drivers is something that has been persistent here throughout this school year, even I think dating even back to last school year too. It's something that they've had plenty of problems with. So today, the district is unveiling a new referral system. It is a digital system that's going to replace the old outdated pen and paper model. The hope is that by having a digital system for submission and recording and tracking these referrals, it will allow more streamlined communication between the drivers, the people who put the referrals in, and JCPS people who are handling the referrals themselves. Now, another aspect of this that we just got word from JCPS is that climate and culture personnel will now be here at the bus compounds to help take these referrals very quickly after bus drivers get here to try to help streamline that process even further. Now, again, discipline is a big factor. We also know that new routes have been a factor as well for bus driver frustration. At one point last week, we know that more than 140 bus drivers called out sick to protest the conditions at JCPS. The district said that it has been working directly with the drivers union to try to address some of these concerns. So again, that new system going in place today, a digital system for referrals, and we do expect to see those climate and culture personnel out here at the bus compounds to help out with that process too. Eric, Grace.
Jim, thank you so much. As we learn more about this new system, we will keep you posted on air and online. Jim, getting those updates to us in here the last few minutes. Just go to WHAS11.com and our news app for updates.
The suspect shot by a Louisville Metro police officer earlier this week is expected to face a judge today. Police say they were responding to a domestic violence call on Monday when they found 38-year-old Jerron Bobbitt in a car armed with an AR-style pistol. This happened on Beecher Street near Wyandotte Park. According to police, Bobbitt tried to run off, but when they caught up with him, he refused to drop his gun. Police say at that point an officer shot him when he pointed that gun at them. Bobbitt is facing several charges, including wanton endangerment of a police officer. He's due in court at 9 o'clock this morning.
And according to LMPD, the gun Bobbitt had was illegally owned. That's something the department will be addressing today while detailing its new illegal weapons strategy. Working alongside the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, LMPD Chief Jacqueline Gwynn Billaroel will unveil its new strategy at 2 this afternoon. The overall goal is to cut down on violent crime, which we've seen has increased slightly in the metro over the past year. Take a look at these numbers. According to LMPD, the city has seen 138 homicides in Louisville in 2023. That is a 3% increase from this time last year when there had been 134 homicides. A majority of those deaths were the result of gun violence.
Jury deliberations will continue today in the federal civil rights trial against former Metro police officer Brett Hinson. Hinson and his attorneys left the federal courthouse yesterday afternoon after a full day with no verdict. The jury is working to determine whether or not Hinson violated the civil rights of Breonna Taylor, her boyfriend, and 3 neighbors when he fired into her apartment on March 13th of 2020. We'll be following along when the jury returns today. If a verdict is reached, we'll update you on air and online at WHAS11.com.
Another big story we've been watching this week, the Shepherdsville mother accused of shooting and killing her 2 sons claims it was an accident. That's according to a Bullitt County Sheriff's detective who testified in court yesterday.
She made statements that she was being manipulated through Facebook, through the internet, or through her Wi-Fi, through Facebook and through her Wi-Fi, being manipulated into doing what she did.
Detective Richard Beal took the stand Tuesday during a hearing for Tiffany Lucas, who was in the courtroom. She's charged in the murders of 9-year-old Jaden and 6-year-old Maurice. Beal said neighbors first called police after hearing the shooting. When the first officer arrived, Beal said he found a neighbor trying to help the boys while Lucas was outside in a nearby driveway. Tuesday, the judge chose to keep Lucas's bond at $2 million.
And something that's commanding a lot of attention in and around Hardin County is the Blue Oval SK battery park in Glendale. It's looking to hire 450 people by the end of the year.
WHAS11's Alex Dieterer has more on a recruitment event for the largest economic development project in Kentucky's history.
A crowd of future employees, hundreds of them, showing up to apply at the first Blue Oval SK recruitment event in Elizabethtown. The huge battery project in Glendale is a nearly $6 billion investment from companies Ford and SK On, creating 5,000 jobs.
We are looking to employ all Kentuckians. We're looking local. We want the local presence. We want people to know in this community that we value what they bring to Blue Oval SK. So it's very important to us to be local,
including E-Town natives like Felissa Graves.
But I thought, well, I'm going to retire soon. I'll just come in and see what they have to offer.
She joined both her husband and daughter at the job fair to see what the multi-billion-dollar development could add to her town.
I think it's amazing that E-Town is getting bigger and stronger. The diversity is just amazing.
Blue Oval SK Director of Human Resources, Neva Burke, says choosing Central Kentucky for the Battery Park project came from the available workforce in Hardin County.
The workforce here is rich and it's deep and dedicated, and there was so many opportunities for, graduates from colleges and high schools.
The company is planning to open operations at the Glendale plant by 2025, while production at the second plant is now on hold. Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
If you missed yesterday's job fair, the recruiting center in E-Town is now open. You can also fill out an application online. Just visit WHAS11.com for a link to apply. You can also see the positions that are available.